Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine, thank you so much. How's your Saturday going on so far?
Oh, it's going great. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much. I feel truly honored. and, and your 2026 until now, how has been?
Oh, well, my 2026 has been good. I've been doing, not much has happened yet. I mean, it's pretty early, but I'm doing well at school, Yeah.
And 2025, where did you spend holidays?
Oh, the holidays? Well, in 2025, I always spend holidays with my grandparents. They live in Massachusetts, and it's really sunny there. It's really nice.
And is there something you are waiting for this 2026 to happen?
Oh, well, this is the first time I can say this because my agent just gave me the okay. But in 2026, Netflix is going to be releasing the miniseries East of Eden, and I'm going to be part of it as adolescent Kathy Ames.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
I have to congratulate you before you have plenty of milestones. We're going to talk about a little bit about your career, but I have first to congratulate you for your amazing milestones. Your career is, wow, unbelievable.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure your fans would love to know in the first instance what happened in your life to go for acting. What was like the motivation behind all of it? How did you decide to go for acting?
Oh, my mom has always been in show business. We're sort of like we come from like a sort of circus family. So my mom was a dancer back in the day for the circus, and when she had me, she sort of switched to commercial acting more. So she would always go to auditions in the city back when most auditions were in person before COVID. And sometimes they would want like a real mother-daughter duo. So she would take me, and I always got so excited. And I always wanted to, be part of that world. I thought it would just be such an awesome thing to be watching TV and see myself up on there. Like, I remember thinking when I was a little girl, I would be watching movies and I was like, I want to be up on there. So finally, when COVID rolled around, I was about 9 years old, and we had a whole lot of time, so we put together a demo for me and we sent it to an agent, and that's how I have my agent today, Stuart Talent.
Oh, wow. And is there something like a specific when it comes to movies or series that made you take that decision, or in general, like you saw any movie and I want to do that? Or is there
like
one movie or one film series?
I think, whenever I watch television or film, I always am conscious of a performance. Like, when I'm watching something, I'll be thinking like, wow, that actor is just so good, and I'll just like latch onto that performance. Like, how can I be as good as them? And like, it's really awesome because a lot of things I see are just so inspiring to me in terms of the business.
Okay, and when it comes to acting until now, what would you say is the easiest and the hardest? Can you identify a couple of like easy things to do for you and difficult stuff?
Yes, well, I think I'm really lucky because the easiest part for me is actually memorizing lines. Like, I have a really good memory. My mom thinks it's photographic. I'm not so sure, because it's not really visuals, it's more words for me. Like, words come so easily. Like, I could probably still recite my lines from the Hunger Games, and that was, oh my God, that was 4 years ago. But yeah, that's definitely the easiest part for me. The hardest part, I think, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm really hard on myself. And I think the hardest part is just to remind myself to be patient with how I do things. Like, you don't have to be perfect the first time. It's a process. It's just, I think the hardest part is trying to be kind to myself with my work.
And do you have like kind of cringe watching yourself on the screen, or not so much in the process? Or you?
I try. I think I'm trying to be better at watching my own auditions once they're finished and sending them, because sometimes I'm just like, well, why am I doing that with my face? But when things get like fully released, like if I'm watching an episode that I guest starred in, I think the sort of excitement of seeing something I was in being released, I think that sort of overpowers the self-consciousness, so I just get to enjoy it, which is quite nice.
And related to your projects, can you identify one that cost you the most to get it done, or they're just like kind of the same? We're going to talk about your projects because it is insane.
Sorry, what? Sorry.
Your project, of all of your projects, can you identify like the hardest to get it done?
Oh, okay.
Or...
Yes, definitely. So East of Eden is, it's my most recent thing that I'll be in when it releases, and it was definitely, to this day, it's the most, it's definitely the most difficult role I've ever done. It's very, Kathy Ames is a very complex person. She always has been, from the original John Steinbeck book back in the day. And I remember reading about her, and I would just, I did so much research to just try to get into her head and really understand her as a person. Because that's the most important thing, is to understand that it's not just a person, it's not just a character on a page. The goal is to be a person, a different one, but a person nonetheless. And especially because when you're playing a younger version, in my case, I have the great honor of playing a younger Florence Pugh, and I just look up to her so much. So I wanted to, be the best younger version I could be, and that meant like I would try to copy her physicality, like how she moved, especially because I remember just like watching Greta Gerwig's Little Women, which is one of my favorite movies, and she's in that, and I just remember noticing how she carried herself, and like even like what she would do with her hands as she was talking, which so definitely that was the most, I think that was the most intensive role I've ever done, and I think, when I see it, I think it's going to be worth it.
Okay, and related to other projects, is there one specific you would love to be part of?
Oh,
or series, film,
like ongoing
action?
shows I want to be part of?
Is there one, like action, like horror movies?
Like a genre?
Genre, and a director, or actors, actresses?
Yeah, well, I think, again, I'll be watching. I love media in general, and I love movies, I love TV, and so there are just so many things that I want to do with my career, because every time I see something that I like, I'll go, oh, I want to do something like that. So I hope I'll be lucky enough to get to have that sort of variety throughout my career. There are just so many insanely talented people that I've gotten to work with, and so many insanely talented people that I hope I will get to work with one day. I definitely do have some favorite directors. Off the top of my head, I love Greta Gerwig. I love Tim Burton. Like his movies were my childhood. I love Wes Anderson. I think his visuals and just like very distinct style are so cool. Sofia Coppola would be so cool. Oh my god. Yeah, just there are so many people that I would be so honored to work with, and no matter what, I know that I will be lucky to.
Okay, and I want to know, you will see that it will happen. And related to your daily activities, how do you tend to organize your personal and professional life? Do you kind of struggle or not so much?
Well, when I'm doing a job, you know, obviously I miss a lot of school because I just go to regular public school in New York. So if I'm going on location, like for East of Eden, that shot in New Zealand, and I was there for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it was a lot of time away from a lot of people I knew. I was really lucky because, you know, I always go to work with my mom. She has accompanied me through almost everything I've done. And it's, you know, it's required for a minor to have a companion on set. But we were really lucky because since we were in New Zealand for so long and we had our own place, my dad got to visit us there for a week. And that was really awesome. We did a lot of stuff together. We went to see the sights. We saw Hobbiton, so that's where Lord of the Rings was filmed, and I love Lord of the Rings. My dad and I are really big Tolkien fans in general, like the books, the movies, even like the original Hobbit movie that was a cartoon in the 70s. I've seen it all.
Wonderful. And related to your projects, you have plenty of fantastic projects. Do you have one that is like kind of your favorite until now?
Oh, it's so hard. I definitely cannot pick a favorite. It's it's like a mother with her children, but genuinely, I can't pick a favorite because there are just so many memories that I treasure from each one. You know, every set is a different experience, and they're all so wonderful. And I hope to do many, many more.
Yeah, you will see that it will happen. Okay, wonderful. Now I'm gonna tell you for a couple of your projects, and you're gonna say me like the coolest or some fantastic experience you live within that projects. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the first instance we have Long Bright River.
Oh, I was just talking about Long Bright River because my mom she just saw an ad for the book. Long Bright River was so awesome. I love that show. I love the cast, just so insanely talented. I think, you know, Long Bright River was especially interesting because most of it shot in New York City, so I would just, you know, come home at the end of the day. But I remember I got to meet the author of the original book. She was the producer, and I was like, oh my god. That was crazy. Yeah, and I'm such a fan of the book and the show now that it's released. Yeah, it was really interesting because you know, I always got to dress up really cool because the character I played, Casey, she's like I called her like my bad girl era, I guess, because she would have like this like really cool punky 2000s like get-ups, makeup. I had blue extensions, I had eyeliner. I was so cool. It felt awesome.
Okay, now I have Baby Girl from A24 as Nora. Wow, with Nicole Kidman and Antonio Banderas. Wow.
Yeah.
What a massive hit. Wow. So insane.
I know. Yeah, it was. I still can't quite register that I've had like such famous people play my parents. My dad will joke that he's like, "Oh, dang, I've been recast." Um, but I'm also so lucky because Nicole Kidman and Antonio Banderas, not only are they talented, obviously, but they're such nice people. I never felt like, the minute I got on set, I felt like relaxed, which was really nice. I didn't feel out of place at all. No one made me feel like that, and that was just so lovely. Because I was a little nervous, as I am with most things, building up to the actual day that you get on there and like you do all this preparation. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then the first day, it was just like, oh, like, yeah, I felt so comfortable and relaxed, and it was just so great.
Excellent. And finally, The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Wow.
Oh, I love that. I'm really excited to see Sunrise on the Reaping when it comes out. So, yeah. Yeah, The Hunger Games was my first movie, which is a pretty crazy thing to say. Now, my first movie was in the Hunger Games franchise. But it was really awesome because it filmed in Germany and Poland. So it was my first time ever going to Europe, and it was so beautiful. And it was I met such interesting people there, like Rachel Zegler and Tom Blythe and Josh Andres Rivera. They're all such wonderful, down-to-earth people. They're so kind. And also, you know, the cast and crew were sort of from all over the world. So it felt, you know, just a very big mix of cultures. Like, you know, I'm American, and then there were some people who were from Germany, and some Aussies, and just like all kinds of people. I think, yeah, it was very cool.
And related to those three projects, the audition process was like kind of difficult, or not so much? How did you book that roles? Because, wow.
Oh, well, the audition process, I stepped on something. The audition process is, it can vary, you know, depending on a lot of things, depending on like preference of the casting director, and like the size of the role. But usually it follows, like it starts with a self-tape, because most things are, most first call auditions are on self-tape nowadays. So you get the email from your agent or manager or something, and then you research the lines, you memorize, you do some character work, and then you self-tape. And if you're lucky, they'll call you back. And I've had many callbacks. Most of them have been on Zoom, but I've had a few that are in person. And I have a pretty good track record with in-person callbacks, because I've done, I want to say 6, and I've gotten half of those. So my in-person callbacks were for Baby Girl. And I very distinctly remember that because my dad took me. And Helena Rain was in the room, and the minute I walked in, she was like, "You have such pretty hair," and she was like just so immediately, so she would be so complimentary and kind and welcoming, and that turned out well. And then, oh yes, I did one for East of Eden, and that was really cool because East of Eden is cast by Ellen Lewis. It was my first time being seen for her, which was so crazy. And she was so immediately, again, just so kind and welcoming and supportive of me, and that was really great. Sometimes there will be like second callbacks, you know, and those will be like on Zoom. The number of callbacks can differentiate. Sometimes they'll have you do what's called like a test, and they'll have like chemistry reads, and like you'll read in front of producers and stuff to sort of like suss out whether or not you're right for the role. That's when you get like really far in the process. I've only done that once, but it was pretty crazy. I went to Los Angeles for it. Yeah, it was really cool.
And how do you deal with stage fright? Do you have like that stage fright a lot or not so much? Or you're just like confident and you just do your things and that's it?
Well, I've been doing sort of performances since I was a very small child. I did little musicals that were community theater when I was 5. So I would do like all kids productions of The Lion King. I was Zazu. Annie. I was Annie. And then Beauty and the Beast, I was Cogsworth. So I did 3 of those. And I was always I was always so excited to do it. So stage fright was never really a problem. I do remember, well, my mom and my family will tell me stories of like those performances I did when I was little. And they'll say, oh, you had everyone's lines memorized, so if anyone forgot their lines on stage, you would whisper to them. So, yeah, I was always very confident early on, which has served me a lot, I think. Not to say I don't get nervous. I do, definitely. But I think I'm very good at, like, using those nerves in a productive way and not completely shutting down. Which I'm really fortunate for.
Okay, because I can truly see you're so confident. You have such a cool energy. You're just like, bang, okay?
Thank you.
And you just mentioned stage theater, and I wanted to know for that and for the voiceover, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. The voiceover, how was that? Like Russian accent? I do that from Actors Access.
Yeah, I love doing voiceover. It's very fun. I think a lot of voice actors say that it's similar to on camera. It's just that you can't see your face. But while you're doing voice acting, it's not any less than on camera. You just can't see it. You just hear it. So when you're doing voiceover, you'll be doing all the expressions, all the feelings. I did dubbing for 3 years for a Russian kids cartoon called Raccoons. That was always really fun because I got a lot of experience, and it would just be for a few hours a week in New York. And it was a really good time. And then the Russian accent, the thing that you talked about, that was for an Adult Swim show called Teenage Euthanasia, and it was directed by Scott Adsit, who I admire so much. 30 Rock is one of my favorite shows, so I always sort of associate him with Pete Hornberger from 30 Rock. And I remember like saying one of my lines and I made him laugh, and that was very good. That I'll remember that forever. Yeah.
Okay, and I have a couple more. In the first place, the music performance. You're such a complete artist, isn't it? You're playing music as well.
Yeah, I'm a musician. I sing, I do choir at school, I do a cappella, I play guitar, I read music, I do all that jazz. I really love music. I have a record collection in my bedroom. I forgot the word. It's always been such a big part of me. I remember my family has like these old videos of me singing the theme songs from Alvin and the Chipmunks when I was like 3.
So cool. And another one, if you have to choose acting, stage, voiceover, singing, performing, which one would you choose? Acting, definitely.
Ah, that's so hard. You know, I'm much too greedy because I really can't pick any of those. I love them all equally so much. And yeah, I just wouldn't really be the person I am without any of those.
Okay, wonderful, excellent answer. Now we're gonna have this Q&A. In the first place, what is something most people don't know about you?
Oh, okay. One thing is that I know a lot of trivia, like like a lot. So my family will be like watching a movie or something, and I'll just like pop off like a detail of production that I read off the IMDb trivia page. I when I latch onto something I really like, whether it be like a show or a movie or a band, anything, I'll learn a lot about it, and I retain a lot of that. So it's a pretty good conversation starter. Like if you'll see someone with merchandise for a show you like, it's like, oh, well, did you know how that was cast? I like having sort of an encyclopedia of all the details in there.
Okay, I am kind of that. I am that kind of person as well. I usually do that. I tend to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
And is there something you collect or are obsessed with, or not so much, like physically?
Physical. Well, I do have a record collection. I'm quite obsessed with those. I really like, I think physical media is so, it's so wonderful. Like, just there's something special about something that you can touch and interact with. Like, I don't know, like there's something special about watching records spin. Sometimes the vinyl is colored, so that's awesome. And then like reading through the liner notes and see if there's something silly in there.
Wow, that is so cool actually. Okay, wonderful. And have you ever Googled yourself?
Oh, yes.
And what is like the first thing that pops, because it depends on your mobile device and all of that?
Well, I think Googling myself is interesting because I like to see which pictures come up first. I think the things that come up first are my Instagram account and my IMDb page. I think, I'm on the Hunger Games fandom wiki, because, I was a cast member, and that's cool. And then my friends will Google me all the time, which is funny because they'll text me one day, it's like, I found this of you on the internet. I'm like, I know. Like they'll find the scene from Russian Doll that I did when I was 9. And I'll go, oh, I didn't know about this.
And what is like what are your thoughts related to growing up in this industry, watching yourself, like you just previously mentioned? It must be like cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Watch yourself growing up.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm definitely more worldly because of it. I've been exposed to a lot of different people and their different experiences. I've gotten to see a lot of really awesome places. Yeah, I think growing up in this industry is so very special. And yeah, it's really great, honestly. I mean, I suppose it's not for everybody, but for the people that it is for, it's really special. And I think definitely child performers, I think there's definitely a sort of person that gets into this industry young, especially like even the requirements to be here. Because I'm not sure if you know this, but I have to have a permit every year from New York State. It's like I have to get the okay from my school principal and my doctors and just a bunch of stuff that, like, my school principal has to say I'm a good enough student to miss school. My doctor has to say that, like, I'm healthy enough. There's a whole lot of things that combine into this, and I think that's why a lot of child actors I meet are just like really, really smart, because we sort of have to be, to have like this critical knowledge of the text that we're portraying and keeping up with schoolwork. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow, so interesting. Oh, wow, excellent. Thank you so much for sharing us this fantastic info. Okay. And what is one TV show you can watch over and over? Is there one specifically you're just like your comfort series, film?
Okay. Well, I watch The Nightmare Before Christmas every year. That's definitely just, it has a very warm place in my heart. I think a show that I've watched a lot would have to be the animated series Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I remember watching it when I was 5, and I probably shouldn't have been watching it when I was 5 because it's pretty scary for a children's cartoon. But, you know, I'll revisit it every now and then, just to sort of, because, you know, I'll forget it, and then I'll rewatch it and go like, oh yes, I remember all this now.
Like the old ones or the recent ones?
Oh, well, I think, you know, I really love the Scooby-Doo franchise. I was in Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Pups, which was a voice acting role that I did, but it was never released. But I still did get to be part of that universe, which was so exciting. But yeah, I love all the Scooby-Doo content. Like the old movies, the live action movies from the 2000s, the more recent cartoons like Mystery Incorporated. Yeah, just all of it. I love it.
So you're waiting for this like Netflix series with Machina Grace and all of it of Scooby-Doo? You're gonna have like series on Netflix.
They are?
Machina Grace has been cast as Daphne. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about that. That's awesome.
She was just confirmed like a week ago.
Casting choice. I love McKenna Grace.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar praised for that, for booking that.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh, I'll have to watch that.
Me too. Okay, I have another one. What do you like to do in your spare time? Is there something you love to do when you don't have school, work?
Oh yeah. Well, again, I love movies and TV, so I'll watch those for pleasure. I really love sitcoms, specifically. So like 30 Rock and Parks and Rec and The Office. My family's currently watching Arrested Development right now. We're on season 5. It's so good. I read. I'm reading Wuthering Heights right now. It's very good. Again, I listen to music. I play guitar. I like drawing. I do clubs. I do a cappella at school. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, excellent. And what is your biggest pet peeve? Do you have one, in case you have?
Well, maybe this is recency bias talking, but recently I had like one fingernail that was way too long, and it was bothering me very much, but like to the point where like I always forgot to cut it off with the nail clipper, so it was just like remaining, and I would like notice it in the middle of the day and go, ah, why are you here? It's too long. I don't like it. Maybe it's because I'm a guitar player and long nails are bad for instruments. Like they just get in the way. But yes, overly long fingernails, I find them kind of gross.
What an original pet peeve, okay? And I have one more. Biggest fear? What would you say is your biggest fear, like right now?
Biggest fear. I have a bit of I used to have like an irrational fear of broccoli. Because I remember we would get our broccoli from a farm. And one day, like in the little leafy bits, I found like a dead bug in there, and I was so horrified that I trembled if I was going to be eating broccoli. I've gotten over it now. I can eat broccoli safely, but that's definitely seared into my mind.
Broccoli. Okay. And on the other hand, what makes you laugh the most?
Oh, well, in terms of just like comedy gags, I remember my mom and I were just talking about this, but I really like when someone will alternate between speaking normally as I am now and just like shouting. Like specific instances, there was this episode of 30 Rock and Paul Rubens was playing like this German air, and he was and he had like a fake hand and a fake leg, and he would just like he would be talking very quietly, and then shouting. It's so fun.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. And which superpower would you love to have in case you could choose one? To fly, like teleportation, something like that?
I would like teleportation because then I could travel for free. That would be awesome.
And favorite place in the US and outside? Do you have one?
Ooh, well, I'm biased, but my favorite place in the United States is New York. Home, we have Broadway. We're awesome. I think New York's great. And then outside of the U.S., that's hard because I've been to so many wonderful places. But just in terms of the memories I have associated with it, Auckland, New Zealand. So beautiful. People's accents are so pretty. There's just a lot of art and culture and really good food. And yeah, I have a lot of really great memories associated with it. There are a lot of wonderful people who live there. So yeah, Auckland, New Zealand.
Excellent choices. Okay, wonderful. And do you have a favorite musician right now, artist?
Well, my favorite band always has been, always will be Green Day. Very big Green Day fan. Although, I like to think I have a diverse musical palette. I love musicals. I love punk bands. I like indies. I recently saw the New Zealand band The Beths live in concert, and they were so good. Elizabeth Stokes has just such a beautiful voice. Just the way she switches from chest to head is so clean and pretty. And it was such a great concert. So yeah, that's on my mind about now. Yeah, but there are so many bands that I adore, and artists and musicals. Yeah, if I had to pick a favorite, I think Little Shop of Horrors would be my favorite musical. Because, what's not to love? It's a funny musical about a man-eating plant with a very deep voice.
And related to your music side, let us say, in case you would love to pursue that, with which artist would you love to be? Which path would you love to take in order to be a musician? Would you like to be like a kind of pop musician or rock? Which genre would you choose when it comes to your music, in case you have?
Well, I have a big affinity for punk music and indie and alternative. So I think, that would be, if I were to create my own music and put it out in the world, I think it would be sort of that genre. I'd love to be in a band. Sometimes I'll play guitar with friends. But, if I love Broadway, so if I were ever to perform in a Broadway musical, that would be very cool. But yeah, those are definitely like the two most plausible lanes musically.
Okay, you have excellent music taste, I have to say. Excellent, because you posted yesterday with Panic at the Disco, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I love Panic at the Disco. Actually, my mom, my lovely mother, I love her so much. She put that together, and she had the music choice, and I was like, yes, it's perfect. But yeah, I love Panic at the Disco. I think they're, they're just so fun. Yeah.
And your parents have kind of the same music taste? Where did you get that from? Both?
I've definitely inherited a lot from both my parents. I think some of my music taste I've evolved on my own, and I can like share with my parents, so we can sort of trade both ways. But yeah, I think we have, my whole family really enjoys music generally, and I think we have a lot of shared interests in terms of genres.
Wonderful, excellent. And a couple more. In the first instance, do you have like kind of a favorite quote, like a caption, like a line, something like that, or not so much?
A quote from what?
A quote in general, like live your life like if it was the last, something like that. Do you have one quote, caption, line, something like that, or?
I have a good one. Well, I actually have several, but when when I would come home from the bus from school every day, my mom would be there because my mom works from home, and she would go, "Oh, how's your day?" And I would go, "The worst day of my life. What do you think?" And that's from Napoleon Dynamite. And then I think, I definitely quote. Recently, I've been quoting Buster Bluth from Arrested Development a lot, and I will go, I love how he refers to the army like one would refer to school. So like, these are my awards from Mother, from Army. I've definitely said that one a lot recently. The Inigo Montoya one, obviously iconic. I love that. Like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I think I quote a lot of Saturday Night Live. Like, I really love Gilda Radner. Oh my god, I love Gilda Radner. And her character on Weekend Update was Rosanna. She had this very brash accent, and I remember her talking about like the different shapes of people's belly buttons. And so I'll do an impression and go, some of them look like a little star or a shell or a clam, and some you don't know what they are. So yeah, I definitely quote things a lot. Definitely to make people laugh. I hope it's not too annoying. I'm very grateful to people who put up with my quoting.
You have so much personality. Okay, well, I love that. Excellent. And finally, random questions. In the first one is your favorite color.
My favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
Purple. Very much purple. Like all shades, I think. I think, some days I'm a deep purple gal, and other days like a lavender gal. But purple is definitely my favorite hue. Cool colors in generally. I also like blue. So yeah.
And favorite drink, a Starbucks drink? Did you go to Starbucks or not too much?
Well, I really love tea. And I think that's very old lady of me, but I love tea. Chai tea is my favorite flavor of tea. Warm, cold, anytime, any place, anywhere, anyway.
Adventure day or cozy day?
Oh, I think that depends on how tired I am. Some days I'll be filming all week, and I'll be like a really hard week of school, like with tests or something, and sometimes I'll just want to, go on the couch, relax, watch silly TV, draw, listen to music, and that's nice. But I'm also a very adventurous person, I'd say. I like to sort of explore new areas, especially. So yeah, it depends.
Cats or dogs? And related to pets, cats or dogs?
Oh, well, I'm allergic to cats, so dog is default. I have a dog. I love her very much. Her name's Marigold, like the flower, but we'll call her Mary for short. So definitely a dog person. Both by choice and by allergy.
Okay, first cereal, then milk, or backwards. How do you do that?
Oh, cereal and milk, definitely. Unless you have like leftover milk from cereal and then you just put more cereal in the milk. That's the only way like I'll approve the opposite. But yeah, I'm definitely a cereal first person. The other
Okay.
way
Okay. And one day in your life you would love to live again. Is there one specific or not so much?
One specific what?
Day you would love to live again? Is there one you would love to?
Oh, that's hard. There was one day on Hunger Games. We had a day off, and we were on location in the middle of nowhere in Poland, and it was just there was nowhere to go because we didn't have a car. So me and a few other actors, so Honor Gillies and Eka Nyambu, we would all go to like the restaurant in the hotel we were staying at, and we would just I kid you not, the entire day we were just sitting there chatting and eating whatever we wanted. And it was really great because our previous schedule had been like, it was really hot. So, that sort of contributed to the sleepiness of it. And it was just so perfectly lazy and wonderful. I loved it.
Okay, excellent. And a couple more in the first place. Waking up early or sleeping late?
Sleeping late, definitely. Because I have to wake up early for school and it's still dark out. I don't like it. I'm definitely more of a night owl. My mom's a morning person. And so she'll have like everything together she'll already be a totally functioning person by 7 a.m. And I strive to be that. But I'm not quite there. I can burn the midnight oil, but waking up early is not my favorite thing.
Me too. And do you have a favorite food? Meals?
I think anything chocolate related. Very tasty. I love food. It's, food is such an important thing for me. So there are a lot of, just different sorts of, I always want to taste something new. But yeah, I love me a good salty, buttery snack.
Okay, and the final questions in the first place. What kind of advice would you love to give to upcoming artists based in your amazing career until now? What would you say to them? I want to be like you.
Okay, I think it's really important to, as much as it's difficult, you really have to be patient in this business because, there are a lot of highs and lows and things take a really long time to release. And sometimes you'll go for a really long time without a job, and that feels, it feels a little lonely. I've been really lucky. I've always had like at least something to do every year since I've started. But that's not how it is for everybody. And I think it's just really important to be patient. Like, the next thing will always be coming, even if it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, if you love what you do, that's most important.
Well, and the same, but to your even younger self, what would you say to your even younger self if you had the chance, like 5 to 10 years ago?
5 to 10 years ago. Oh man. Oh, well, 10 years ago I was 4, so maybe I don't think she would remember anything. But 5 years ago I was 9. I was still starting, so that's a good. I think, you know, when I first started, I was a little scared of how things would work out for me, because when I first signed on, we were very aware that it would be a big commitment, and I think I would just say to her that it is a lot of work, but everything is so very worth it, because just the feeling of being on a set is so wonderful. Yeah, it's all worth it, is what I would say.
Okay. What a couple of excellent advices. Okay, wonderful. And how did you feel this episode? Did you like the different sections of it?
Sorry, what?
Did you like the episode?
Oh,
general
yeah.
thoughts related to all of this?
Yeah.
Okay, and could you please tell us again about your upcoming project?
Oh, yes. Okay. My upcoming project is East of Eden. It's a limited series. It's going to be on Netflix sometime in 2026. I'm not quite sure when. And I will be playing an adolescent Kathy Ames, a younger version of Florence Pugh. Yeah, look out for me.
And can we find you only on Instagram now?
Yes. My handle is VAUGHAN_Reilly. My name is spelled VAUGHAN_REILLY.
And eventually, you're planning to have like TikTok or YouTube or not?
Oh, well, I do have I have a private YouTube account, but nothing's on it. I have gotten a lot of accounts that don't have anything on them, just to have my name, because I don't want, it was important to me to have just like to own my name on a platform so that somebody else wouldn't take it first. I wanted to get first dibs.
Yes, that is so important because they may lose like TikTok or Instagram or YouTube because a fan account just took that name before. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see some people's accounts, and it's it's obviously not the real person, but it'll be like a fan of that person, and they'll have, I don't know, Millie Bobby Brown 123, and it's obviously not her, but yeah, you just want to have your name just in case.
And related to the deliverables, how would you like for us to handle it? Verticals for Instagram or YouTube?
Well, I'm actually quite not used to filming vertical because self-tapes always have you want to do it horizontal, like it's a requirement. But yeah, I think it's definitely, shows a lot lengthwise, so it's cool.
And related to this episode, would you like for us to make like additional material, like verticals or YouTube video?
Oh, yeah, I'm totally fine with that, yeah.
Okay, excellent. And we're gonna have a second part of all of this.
Okay.
So thank you so much for giving us this space. I felt truly honored. You're such an inspiring person, or you're so nice. You're so fun. Had a blast chatting with you.
Thank you for having me. This is so cool.
Thank you so much. I hope you keep having a fantastic Saturday.
You as well.
A cool weekend.
Well, it's very cool here. It's very cold.
And yet, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a lot of snow right now. We actually, my family was on vacation for break, and we got stuck. We got stuck because our flight home was canceled because of the blizzards. Yeah, but it's okay because I got school off for 3 days. It's awesome.
And do you like more cold or warm weather?
I think, it depends. I do like the cold in small doses when it comes with snow, because I really love sledding and all that, and just the sort of feeling of winter. But after a few months, it gets a little tedious. Like, you remember you have to put on a million layers before you go outside. Yeah, I think if winter stopped at like January, it would be awesome. But I think there's really something to be said for just like how easy it is in the summer. Like, yeah, you can just throw on t-shirt, shorts, go outside. It's easy. Which is not the same for winter, but I am fortunate to have the seasons. When I was little, I thought it was really tough because I would brave cold New York winter.
Eventually, you're planning to move, or you're gonna stay on New York?
I definitely plan to be in New York until I graduate, at least. But yeah, I don't know where I'll end up. I have some family in California. Yeah, there are a lot of places that I'd like to see. So we'll just see what happens. You can never really, if you try to make plans when you have this job, it's kind of a bad idea. Because everything changes so quickly.
So much, isn't it? And I can see you handle this so cool, like so relaxed, like you just have it.
Thank you. All right. Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.